Welcome to Tokyosaurus. So what's up in Japan? The new Mechagodzilla's design has been teased for a while now, ever since we got the posters for the second film of the Godzilla anime film trilogy, and just today, they finally revealed more of Mechagodzilla in their latest trailer, and he sorta looks like a Gundam. The first one was called Godzilla Planet of the Monsters, and this one is called Godzilla City on the Edge of Battle, and it's coming out in Japan in around a month's time, on May 18th, and the rest of us will be getting it on Netflix shortly after. So we're gonna be getting the sequel to the first anime Godzilla in less than a year, which I gotta say is pretty awesome. And even if you didn't watch Godzilla Planet of the Monsters, you will need to watch this one because it's gonna feature one of the best Godzilla matchups in the history of Godzilla fights. Godzilla Earth versus Mechagodzilla. But if you still haven't watched the first movie, you really need to do it as it's definitely one of the best anime films in the last year or so. But even with that said, the first film was mainly just a setup or to hype up just how powerful Godzilla Earth is and what's to come in this upcoming film. And since Mechagodzilla is humanity's answer to Godzilla Earth, or in other words, the biggest Godzilla ever, Mechagodzilla's gotta be pretty freaking strong himself to be able to match up against something that can rule the planet for 20,000 years. Now, at the end of the first Godzilla film in the trilogy, after Haruo realizes that the Godzilla they just spent the entire film defeating was just a tiny clone of the real thing, in the post-credits scene, Haruo, the main character, was then rescued by an unknown tribal girl, who obviously were not part of the humans that left Earth 20,000 years ago. Now, the official website has revealed the girl's name to be Miana, not Moana, but Miana, and that she is a member of an aboriginal tribe called Hotoa. And of course, the first humanoid people Haruo and his team have encountered since coming back to the Godzilla-owned Earth. In the official description, it asks the reader, could they descend from humans? Which sort of, I guess, implies that they are probably humans, but obviously somewhat evolved since it's been 20,000 years. Miana also turns out to have an identical twin called Meina. The Hotoa tribe tells Haruo that their god was destroyed by Godzilla and left eggs behind. Next, we find out that the Hotoa tribe's arrowheads are actually made of a nanometal or a self-sustaining metal that was developed in the 21st century when they left Earth and was used in an anti-Godzilla killer weapon which they were going to use during the decisive battle at Mount Fuji, but was destroyed before it could be activated in the form of a Mechagodzilla. The nanometal was its base substance, and since they were still using the metal in their arrowheads, it meant it could still be manufactured. And the nanometal is probably what they were referring to when the tribe mentioned the eggs that were left behind when Godzilla destroyed their god. And the god they're referring to is probably Mechagodzilla himself, and Haruo and his team definitely went out to look for the remains of this Mechagodzilla. So Mechagodzilla was made 20,000 years ago and definitely inspired by Gundam designs. I'm thinking Gundam Wing, I don't know. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Totally not complaining though, but what's a little confusing, at least from what we can tell from the trailer, is that there's actually more than one Mechagodzilla as we can see from the still image, so it actually seems like they're mass-produced units. Which means these flying robots might not actually be Mechagodzilla himself, or maybe they're just mini Mechagodzillas, we don't know yet. And hopefully we'll get another surprise in the movie, as that's what the writer Urobuchi is so good at and loves to do. It also looks like they found some sort of base with weapons pre-installed, because they definitely did not just build an entire base in one movie's time, while Haruo has also touched his first base in this movie. Now I actually think the city or the base that we see in the trailer might actually be part of Mechagodzilla, because the actual mechs that were shown in the trailer seems a bit too small to be able to fight against Godzilla Earth. And seeing how we can see multiple units of these mechs, it really doesn't seem like they're going to be much of a powerhouse. And seeing how the translation of the Japanese title is the city mechanized for the final battle, or Battle Mobile Breeding City, it seems like the city or the base that they're going to find is what they're going to be using to fight against Godzilla Earth. But anyways, this Godzilla is looking to be way more terrifying than the first one, but it seems like 20,000-year-old tech is still holding up pretty well, as humans now have something that can deflect a direct atomic breath. So all in all, super hyped for this upcoming Godzilla vs. Gundam, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla film that will definitely even the playing field between humans and Godzilla. Anyways, what do you think of Mechagodzilla or the mechs in this upcoming Godzilla movie? And also, do you think the mechs look like a familiar Gundam to you? As usual, I left a poll up there and let me know down in the comments below. Don't forget to thumbs up before you leave, subscribe and hit that bell for notifications if you want to be updated with the latest that's going on in Japan, and I'll see you guys in the next one.